Hello everyone, welcome to Manmaker. I am Ranjan Kumar and today we are going to see some computer organization and architecture questions for like important and expected question and solution with detailed explanation for BL Probationary Engineer, and this is for computer branch people. Okay, and these questions are exam pattern based question, like that question you are going to get in your exam. So we are going to see some questions how they are going to ask questions related to computer organization and architecture. Okay, for PDF and more updates you can join our Telegram channel, and WhatsApp group is there. Both link you will get in below in the description box. In this channel you will get class update, class notification, job notification, PDF, study material, everything you will get in these two channel. Okay, and now you can access any kind of courses from the Google Play Store. The Manmaker app is there. From there you can access and start your preparation for your exam. Okay, so the thing is, okay, we will start from the question number one. This all questions is based on your exam pattern only, like that question you are going to get in your exam. Which of the following determine the performance of the CPU most? Okay, so performance of the CPU is basically depend on the many factors. It's also depend on word length. It also depend on clock speed. It also depend on cache memory. Okay, if we talk about word length means what? It will the amount of data handle data handle per instruction, data handled per instruction. Okay, data handled per instruction. Okay, you can say word length is what? Amount of data handled per instruction. Likewise, if you talk about clock speed is nothing but the number of clock cycle per second, number of clock cycle per second. Okay, cache memory generally it is used to reduce access time. Okay, access time of memory. Okay, so the performance of CPU in depend on all these three. So option D is your right answer. Okay, next one. What is the main function of control unit? Control unit, CU. Actually control unit is the part of one of the component of our CPU, that is central processing unit, that directs and coordinates the operation of the computer. This is the function of control unit. Okay, it will direct and coordinate the operation of the computer. Option C, direct the operation of the processor. So option C is your right answer. Apart from that, this control unit it controls the flow of data within the processor and within the processor and between the processor and memory input output devices. Okay, it will what it will do, it will flow the control of data within a processor and between the processor and memory or input output devices. So this is a function of the control unit. Apart from that, it has some more function, like it will interpret instruction, it will generate control signal and coordinate operation of ALU, arithmetic and logical unit, register, memory and input output devices. So these all are the function of control unit you need to remember for your exam. Okay, in a pipeline, which type of hazard occur when an instruction depends on the result of the previous instruction? Okay, when we talk about our pipeline hazard, so basically this pipeline hazard are a problem basically in a pipeline processor that prevent the next instruction from execution in its designated control signal. Okay, so basically it's a problem that we will call as a pipeline hazard. And this in a pipeline we have three type of hazards are there. First one is your structure hazard. So in structural hazard, it occur when two or more instruction required the same hardware source resource at the same time. Okay, and that time structure hazard will occur. Then we have data hazard. So data hazard occur when instruction depend on the result of the previous instruction. Okay, and we have control hazard. So control hazard occur when branch and jump instruction will occur. Okay. So it is also called as a branch hazard. So you need to remember all these 3 points also. In this question they have asked when instruction depend on the result of the previous instruction. Depend on the result of the previous instruction. So it is related to data hazard. Option B is your right answer. Okay. Apart from that, just remember this point. These points are also important. Which of the following instruction causes a control hazard in a pipeline? So control hazard, just now we have read control hazard occur when branch and jump instruction is there. So in the code you need to find the what branch and jump instruction only. If you see here, this add instruction is there. This add is a arithmetic instruction. Okay. Instruction. All right. This move is a data transfer instruction. Data transfer instruction. Okay. Then this load is a memory instruction. Memory instruction. All right. This BEQ is called as a branch instruction. Branch instruction. All right. So a control hazard occur when branch or jump instruction will be there. So we found here branch instruction. So option D is your right answer. Okay. So basically here this after getting this one, after getting this instruction, processor have to wait. They have to first evaluate this one. When this R1 is equal to R2, till then processor have to wait. Okay. And this we call as that time hazard will occur. This we will call control hazard. All right. So from here option D is your right answer. Okay. So a control hazard occur when the processor does not know the correct next instruction to fetch it because of this branch or jump instruction that we have studied just now before. So the next question, in a two-level cache system, which situation represent a compulsory miss? Okay, compulsory miss. So in a cache system, basically in a cache system, basically we have three type of misses. First one is your compulsory miss. Okay. Then we have capacity miss. Okay. Then we have conflict miss. All right. This three type of miss is there in the cache system. And here they have asked about compulsory miss. So compulsory miss is also called as a cold start miss, and it will occur when data is being accessed for the very first time. Okay, very first time. So when data is being accessed for the very first time, that time this compulsory miss will occur. So from here you can see option C is there, accessing the data for the first time. This is the answer. Okay. Apart from that, if you talk about this accessing data not used directly, so recently, so this is related to your conflict miss. Okay. Then accessing data that has been replaced, this is related to your capacity miss. Okay. So this is the, from here you can say option C is our right answer. Compulsory miss occur when the data is being accessed very first time. Option C is your right answer. In a virtual memory, which replacement algorithm uses the reference bit and modified bit? Okay, so actually this which algorithm? So clock algorithm is there, clock or second chance algorithm, which will use reference bit and modified bit. So this reference bit basically it will determine whether a page gets another chance or not. That will determine by the reference bit, and modify bit is decide whether to write back or not. Okay. So from here option C is your right answer. Okay, next, the main advantage of using a microprogram control unit is, okay, so the main advantage of microprogrammed control unit. So basically a microprogrammed control unit, it will store control signal in control memory as a micro instructions. Okay, this is the function of microprogrammed control unit. So because of this, changing of control behavior only requires modifying the microprogram, okay, not rewriting the hardware. So it will only modify the micro program. Okay, so from here option C is there, it will be easier to modify. It is using this micro program controller, it will be easy to modify the micro programming. Okay, apart from that, some more advantage is there, like it's high flexible and easy to update or new instruction, or you can say modify. All right, then simpler to design complex instruction sets, CISC. Okay, so it's a simpler to design also. So these also are the keynotes or key advantages there for micro programmed control unit that you need to remember. Okay, next one. What is the purpose of a program counter? Program counter, that is your PC. So program counter, basically it is a special type of register, you can say, of the CPU. It is a special CPU register that will hold the hold the address of the next instruction to be fetched from the memory. Okay, so it will be hold. Basically, it is 16-bit size of registers, a special kind of register which will hold the address of the next instruction to be executed, okay, or to be fetched from the memory. Okay, and it will automatically increment after each instruction will be fetched. So from here option C is your right answer. It will store the address of the next instruction. Okay, and it will also update a new address during branch, jump or call instruction. This also you need to remember. Okay, which of the following is true about superscalar process? Okay, superscalar process. So if we talk about our superscalar process, so here they use multiple execution unit to issue multiple instruction per cycle. This is the uh, what correct thing about superscalar process. All right, and superscalar also it has a multiple ALU, multiple arithmetic and logical unit it has in a superscalar. Then multiple instruction it can issued in parallelly, and hardware based parallelism mechanism is available in the superscalar. Okay, so from here you can say option option B we have, they use multiple execution unit to issue multiple instruction per cycle. Option B is your right answer. Okay. In a pipeline processor, which hazard cannot be eliminated by forwarding? Okay. In a pipeline processor, which hazard cannot be eliminated by forwarding? Okay. So when we talk about our data hazard, okay, when we talk about our data hazard, just a second. So data hazard again we have three type. Okay, first one is RAW, that is your read after write. Then we have WAR, that is your write after read. Then the next one we have WAW. WAW. Okay, WAW is your write after right, right after right. Okay, this is what WAW. Okay, so here as they have asked about forwarding, so forwarding helps to reduce row hazard but cannot eliminate all row hazard. Okay, it will forwarding will use or it will reduce the row hazards, but it cannot be eliminate all the row hazard, especially for load usage situation where data is not available. Okay, so you can say this row hazard, option A is there, row hazard is used, which hazard cannot be eliminated by forwarding. So row is there, that is your read after write, that will be not eliminate from the with the help of row hazard, but it can reduce somehow, it can reduce that one, that hazard. So from here option A is your right answer. Okay, so likewise, question will be available in your exam, like that question you are going to get in the exam. So the thing is, this kind of question you need more, you need to practice from this all these two sections. In that you have subject wise 500 important question, and here mix important question is there that you need to cover for your exam. Okay, those who have taken, I am telling to them, and those who haven't taken till now, just go to Play Store. There you will find the Manmaker app, download this one, and here just access your course. This is computer science related. So here you will get one e-guidebook. In that, subject wise notes is there, whatever subject is going to come in your exam, from their question they are going to ask, just cover that subject wise subject short notes, then subject wise MCQ is there that you need to cover, and this 500 set you will get in that subject wise MCQ, only subject wise MCQ, important MCQ is there based on your exam. Then 500 important technical question is there, that is mix of questions. Then related mock test is there that you need to appear. General aptitude question, important general aptitude is there, then mock test is there that you need to give. Three kind of BL previous year exam paper is there that you need to also practice. Then full length test series is there that you need to cover. This all the things are enough for exam. Okay, if you cover this all the things, and classes are going on in your playlist, you can check there also. Okay, apart from that, for general aptitude also you can take this thing, general aptitude. They have separate course, it is available in app also. You can take that one for general aptitude if you want, if you are not good in general aptitude. Okay, so for today this much is enough for your classes. In next class we are going to come with a next subject question. Okay, and okay, so if you like the video, just hit like on a button, kindly share with your friends, and if you not subscribed my channel till now, just subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Okay, thank you.